Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here with another, I was going to say first listen review, but I guess this one I have listened to a few times. It's David Paich's first solo album. It's called Forgotten Toys, and I say album with a little bit of hesitancy because it's only like not even half an hour long. It's more like an EP, and the intro song on it's only half a minute long, and then the last song, it's an instrumental, so I mean there's only 5 of the 7 songs actually have singing on it, which I guess isn't a necessity. You don't have to have singing in every song for it to be something, but just so you know what you're getting into with this one, it's really, they were calling it 7 songs, it's really only 6. One's an instrumental, just so you know up front. Now this one's got, I have to cheat because there's so many people on this one. He's got so many guest musicians on it. I'm not gonna name off everybody, but just to name a few, he's got Greg Bissonette on drums, Lenny Castro, Nathan East, killer bass player there, Brian Eno, Don Felder plays on one of the tracks, slide guitar actually on one of the tracks, really good too, by the way. Davey Johnstone, Steve Lukather, of course. He's got Joseph Williams, which I believe, let me check my notes here, he produced a lot of this one. Yeah, he did. And man, who else we got on here? Ray Parker Jr., Michael McDonald, which remember back in the 70s he sang on everybody's album. Well, apparently he's still around singing on albums. Billy Sherwood, Michael Sherwood, and just a ton of other people on here. Just a ton of people on this album, as you'd expect. David's been in the business forever, been a session musician forever, and he just knows everybody. So I'll just run through these really quick. He's got Will Belong to You, which they had one of those videos out for. I think it was a lyric video possibly. I remember seeing one of them on YouTube. I don't remember, was that one or Spirit? No, it's definitely Spirit of the Moonrise was the first one I saw. It was good. I did see Will Belong to You too. Those were both released as singles. Good songs. They sound a lot like you would expect, a lot like Toto. You got Joseph singing on it. It's just in the style of Toto, which no surprise, it's his main band. So that's what it's going to sound like. First Time is track number 4. I didn't really care for that one too much. It reminds me a lot of yacht rock, which I'm not a fan of even a little bit. My friends will tell you the same thing. They joke about it, how bad I just don't like yacht rock. So that's kind of what it reminded me of. So, didn't care for that one. Track number 5 is called Queen Charade. That one's a pretty cool song. It's got, it's the only one that's actually, I can say the only one, but it's got a lot of piano playing on it, like solo piano stuff going on, almost like old-time bluesy stuff, some slide guitar. That one's got a lot going on. I really like that song. That one was cool. It took me a couple listens to get into it, but after I caught it, because there's a lot of flavors on this album. That one was kind of out in left field when I first time through, but now, after a few listens, that's a cool song. I really like that one. All the Tears That Shine, track number 6. This got Mike Sherwood singing on it, which I thought he had passed away. I didn't really look into it, but I thought he passed away, so I don't know if they recorded this one a while ago and they just had it around. I don't know, somebody might want to check me on that one, but he sings it's a lot like David Paich, so which I believe was on one of the Toto albums, and I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head now, but out of all the songs, I think that is the only one that's been released before. Everything else, I believe, is new. And then the last track is the instrumental. It's called Lucy. Kind of a jazzy type, some scatting going on. Not really my cup of tea. So for me, out of this, 3 of the songs are really good. The rest of them I could have been like, nah, I don't know. So, but he's a top-notch musician. It's all top-notch musicians playing on it. But when you get this, it's just really short. I'm just surprised at how short it is for somebody's first solo album. I just can't believe how short it is and how little amount of songs there are on it, obviously, because it's short. But the flavors are pretty extreme. So if you're like a fan of Toto, you're not going to be a fan of a couple of these other ones because they're completely different styles, more than likely. But you know, give it a listen if that's what you're all about. If you're just a diehard David Paich fan, I think you're probably going to like this. But if you're just kind of a casual listener of Toto and this type of stuff, there's a few of these songs you probably won't care for. I mean, I love Toto, and there's a couple of these songs that were just like, whatever. So I think that's what the last review I said a lot of about. So fortunately, the last few albums I've gotten, there's been a little bit of a letdown. This one wasn't really a letdown, but overall, I would give it a 5 out of 5, or 5 out of 10, I should say, not 5 out of 5. You know, 50% of it I liked, 50% didn't really care for, but, you know, to each his own. Tell me what you guys think. Leave, you know, your thoughts and comments and all that stuff below. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You guys really are getting involved in a lot of the comments, and it's, like, really awesome that we're talking about some of this stuff, so appreciate it all. Talk to you guys later.